What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be showing you a quick method of creating your own live battle maps for use with tabletop games and the DMGE. So what is a living battle map? Just real briefly. A living battle map is a piece of footage that depicts an area that you would play a tabletop game of some sort, be it Dungeons and Dragons, maybe Flames of War, or Warhammer, those sorts of things. So here we've got a top-down piece of footage from an 11-year-old title called Crisis. Fantastic title. Didn't run on a thing back in the day, but runs terrific and looks stupendous on today's hardware. So that piece of footage being what it is, we can load it directly into our DMGE, zoom out on it, stretch it up, and of course give it a grid. So very nice. Got your own little map there. Give the page a refresh to unload the however many megabyte video there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fire up our game right here. The most important thing with any of these games is to be able to activate the developer mode, because the developer mode is what's going to allow you to do all the crazy stuff you need to be able to do to record your footage. In the case of Crisis, we have here a -dev mode. In the case of Source Engines, you're going to have a +dev mode, which would be written literally as such. All right. Now, because I know a couple of the commands here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go map rescue, and this is a nice daytime view of the island. Now, when you get into your particular game, each game is going to have different console commands, so it behooves you to do a quick Google search for console commands, maybe print them off and put them to the side when you're doing this, to avoid your hassle of having to Alt-Tab back and forth. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go... first thing I'm going to do is look up the Crisis codes, apparently. Nope, there it is. No draw near. Boom, gone. CL HUD 0, 0, there we go. And that's it, really. Oh. Cool. Hit F3, and up we go. Oh. CLFP body 0. Good. Let's take a look around at our scenery. Wow, look at all this jungle. Do you want to make a jungle map? Because that's what we got on order today. You can have any scenery you want so long as it's got a jungle in it. So what do we want to record? You know what? I know there is a very cool bridge over troubled water. Apparently I've reached a checkpoint. I'm amazing. Look at me. I'm setting a speed run here. Get ourselves into position. You gotta make some choices here. Zoom out. And now the reason you're zooming out is to affect the FOV. And you're gonna zoom it back down. Now you might ask, well, why would we do that when we were already zoomed in? And the reason is you're flattening the scenery. You are going into an orthographic view of the area. And this creates a more map-like appearance, if you will. It's not necessary. I mean, your mileage may vary. What you want out of your map is up to you. That's pretty good right there. So how do we record our footage? And I answer, we already are. What we're using is a program called OBS. And what OBS does is it allows you to very literally record game footage. And so the way that we're doing this is while recording, we're recording the screen. So give it a moment. All right, that's pretty good. And now I'm going to jump over to a free piece of software called VideoPad. This is by a company called NCH. And what we're going to do is we're going to add our file. So it's brought me in the file that we were just recording there. And you can see all the footage of my recording so far. What we want is obviously this last part. So we're going to grab there where the audio form isn't affected. And we're going to split the footage there. We're going to cut that, select all, and delete, and then paste that back in. Very nice stuff. So I've got here this approximately 20-second piece of footage. I'm going to jump to the middle of it, and I'm going to split it. All right? So done. We've split it in half. Now I take the first half, and I jump it over to the end. Now I've done that. I also shrink down each side by about half a second. And then I'm going to add a transition in the center, and that transition is going to be a crossfade. And now you might be wondering, well, why did we cut it in half and then reverse it? because you're cutting it there and you're not affecting those ends. These ends stay exactly as they are. So this is a perfect splice leading to this end right here. However, where it started and ended were completely random. So we go there, shrink it up, and then cause a crossfade transition, causing an infinite loop. Now, obviously we don't want me in the corner and we don't want the menu bar at the top there. That's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to add some effects. And in truth, we probably should have added this before we split the clip, but so it goes. 1.4, and just like that, our footage is zoomed in. Now, over here, obviously, we need to copy that across, and just like that. So we've got our perfectly looping, scaled up footage, and at this point, we can export our video. And so we're going to do that. We're going to export this to the Crisis folder. And this is River Bridge. And you can see it's already set me up all the settings there. I go create. I would love to overwrite that file. And now we play the waiting game. So we've got that taken care of. It's good stuff. We've got ourselves a river bridge right here. And now if I jump over to my browser and over to the DMGE, I choose file. There's my bridge. And just like that, about a 10-foot bridge, a little bit less than that. Very nice. Nothing to it. So if you want to make your own battle maps, you can do it very easily, as you can see here. Just jump into your favorite game, use a couple console commands, and next thing you know, you've got the start of any scene you want. Hope this was educational. You have yourselves a wonderful day.